Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Trav, and today we're talking tri-tip. One of my favorite cuts of beef, and I'm gonna take you through the methods that I use to level your tri-tips up to absolute perfection. But before we get into that, let's talk about picking the perfect tri-tip, because that's half the battle right there. I wanna show you what I look for when I'm looking for the perfect tri-tip. So come down here and check this out. So what I look for in a tri-tip is I like to find the tri-tip that has the best marbling that is evenly spread out through the tri-tip. And that's going to give you the most flavor that you can get out of this piece of beef. What I'm talking about is the intermuscular fat. That's called marbling. And I like it to be evenly distributed through the whole piece of meat. And that's going to give you the best results possible. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's go ahead and we're going to start on the first step. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to put a good amount of salt on both sides of the meat. That way there, we can go ahead and we're going to put it in the refrigerator for an hour. And what that's going to do is when you salt your meat, it's going to draw a lot of the moisture out of the meat. And if you put it on the grill immediately, you're going to lose probably 15% of the moisture that was inside that piece of beef. So by placing it in the refrigerator, you'll see after a couple of minutes that it's actually going to start to get a wet look on it. And then when you place it in the refrigerator, it's going to go back inside the meat, and then we can take it out and we can season it. So now that we got it salted, I'm gonna place it in the refrigerator and we're gonna come back in an hour. That's gonna give us just enough time for us to start our butter, rosemary, thyme, garlic. 5 minutes, medium low. Strain that into a bowl. Now that our tri-tip has been in the refrigerator for an hour, it's dried up and it's actually a lot more tender now too. The next step is if you don't have a meat injector, I recommend that you get one. It's going to really make a big difference with a lot of food. We're going to take all that good butter that we made and we are going to inject the tri-tip with the butter. As you start to shoot your load of butter, slowly use the pull-out method. Real men pull out. Spots. Freshly ground black pepper. I'm going to use Plowboys Bold. We don't need a ton, just a good amount like that. Rub that in. Both sides. It's ready to go in the smoker now. We're going to smoke that for about 45 minutes till it gets to 100 degrees. We're going to cook that at 225 degrees for 45 minutes or until it reaches 100 degrees Fahrenheit. So we have made it to 100 degrees and now we are going to baste it. Flip it over and turn our grill up to 350 degrees and we're going to cook it till it's at 115 degrees, and then we are going to flip it one more time so it cooks evenly through, and we're going to finish it off at 133 degrees. We're just going to take the rest of that good butter and get a good nice coat over the whole tri-tip. flip that baby over. Same thing on this side. The fat's getting nice and rendered. And now we're going to start to build a little bit of a crust on the outside of it. So we have made it to 115 degrees. We're going to flip it over one more time. And the next time that we open it up, it will be at 133 degrees and we're going to pull it. So we've made it to 133 degrees. We're going to pull it off. We're going to let it rest for about 15 minutes now. All right, so there's our tri-tip. It smells great, it looks amazing, and we're going to cut into it right in the middle. So we got our grain that runs this way, and you always want to cut against the grain. And then this grain actually runs kind of this direction. So we'll cut it right here, and then we'll cut this at a diagonal right here. Look at that. Absolute perfection. So I'm going to go ahead and move this over to the side, and I'm going to cut this in this direction right here. So we're going to start over here on this end, and I like to cut my tri-tips about 3/16 of an inch to a 1/4 inch. You want them kind of, you want your slices kind of thin. Perfect medium rare all the way through. All right, I'm really excited about this. I love tri-tip and my mouth is watering right now. So let's cut into this tri-tip and see what it's like. I'm not even going to use any sauce on it the first bite. And as for the sauce, it's a little bit of horseradish, A1, and a little bit of tapatio. Cheers. That is absolutely perfect. I don't know what else to say about it. It is tender. It is juicy. It's got so much flavor. The garlic, the butter, it checks all the boxes that you need in a tri-tip. And man, I'm not going to be able to stop eating this. Boom. If you're making tri-tips like this, it is absolutely perfection. This tri-tip right here, the recipe, the method that I use, picking the right tri-tip, it'll come out perfect like that every time. And that is how you get ladies with tri-tip. If you like the video, please give me a like, subscribe, leave a comment, share the video, and I'll help to get me more videos out to you and a lot of good recipes. So thank you for watching.